Welcome to the Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Bar and Grill and the Blind Tiger Bar.
Welcome to the Kendy and Raybo. Do you feel like you have to do an intro every time because there's video now? Like,
No.
yeah, I don't either. You know, we know some video hosts in this town, like presenters.
Oh.
There's a guy now who set up his own news show as a video presenter. Thinks he's a video presenter.
I just didn't know where you were going there.
And I mean, I'd be laughing at him now because we obviously know this game. We're not even. The cameras are just an external thing to us, like. But he's like.
Is he doing a Ray Darcy on it?
A little bit, like, yeah. And we know how Ray Darcy ended up, man. Tommy Tiernan wasn't now taking that seat. So I hope that guy that we're on about realises that they want to get a two-seater couch in there now because we're taking over that show.
Right.
Big shout out to Brendan on the cameras today, lads, as well.
Totally unrelated.
Brendan from the Sligo show.
The Sligo show, television show that's introduced.
It's going to be live on Thursday night, lads.
What time is it live at?
What time is it live at, Brendan? 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock it's going to be live at, lads. So keep an eye out for that on the Sligo show Facebook page.
That's marvellous, yeah.
Facebook page. All right, there's the plug done.
No.
Okay. Welcome, Ray, to episode 117.
I'm going to start with a joke.
Oh, fucking brilliant! Come on, hit me. Is it a dad joke?
And you know how bad I am at jokes.
Yeah, no, but it's
so
great.
I have to read it.
Perfect.
Right?
There's nothing like reading something off your phone to tell someone a joke.
Yeah,
Come on.
okay, here we go. Right, knock, knock.
But who's there, though?
Yo, the lady.
You're the lady who... That's a great way to get things going, Ray. I'm already heated up, so I am. Next thing. This episode is brought to you, ladies and gentlemen, by...
The Blind Tiger, marvellous alcoholic fruit drinks, and
Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre and wonderful food items. And Ray, we were sampling this week, weren't we, on the Anderson stuff, in fairness. We don't have cocktails with us this week.
we do have cocktails with us.
Okay, Ray has a cocktail with us. 100% you got that from Anderson's. That's not a can of Coke you got downstairs. No, it's not. It's not. That's a real... That's
Very
cocktail.
tasty.
It's beautiful. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is. It's a cappuccino or something. We
On
ate-
Friday night there was a party.
Yes.
It was the brother-in-law's 30th.
And we got a platter of stuff.
Well, no, it didn't start there.
All right.
It started first of all with the idea of a barbecue.
Yeah.
Would you be a fan of a barbecue?
I'm a fan of a barbecue, except for the smell and the cooking. So I'll
None of
eat.
it.
Oh, I'll eat.
Or you'll eat the food.
Yeah, but and there's also that thing about a fella and the power that comes with man in a barbecue.
And
I
tongs.
know well, the little tongs in his hand.
Yeah.
I know well that's what you wanted to be on Friday
No,
night, wasn't it?
no.
You wanted to be the dad
No.
who's making the barbecue.
I didn't. I went down to Sports Direct, right, who do a lovely selection of barbecues.
I was going to say, I got 6 burgers at Sports Direct and I got a pound of sausages.
Yeah, and I viewed George Foreman. The greatest, largest George Foreman that was ever seen.
In Sports Direct.
Laura told me they had one. So I went down to look at it.
So, but
Upstairs in Sports Direct where they do the nice things.
why?
What?
Why is there George Foreman in Sports Direct?
Because upstairs they have Brand Max, which is a variety of different lovely things.
All right, okay. And even in Brand Max, you can go and buy a Georgie
You
Gorman.
can buy all brands.
You can buy a Georgie Gorman grill
Yeah.
beside in Brand Max.
Georgie Gorman, Jesus, right. Anyway, yeah, so George Foreman have gotten carried away and they come out with this fancy barbecue.
Okay.
Which is basically a massive George Foreman.
Lovely.
That's it.
Yeah, I know, but that's great though too.
120 euros.
What?
Yeah?
How many fivers is that? 30 fivers.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is or not. Someone's going to say it. But go on anyway, sorry.
So, yeah, no, I looked at it and I went, is this going to be a wise investment?
Yet again, lads, what's happening right here? This is a Ray investment we're talking about.
No, I chose not to.
No way.
With obviously with lots of encouragement from Laura, don't buy that.
You
It's a
bought
waste
something
of
for
money.
500 quid
No,
instead.
I didn't. I did go to Home Base then and looked at the proper barbecues.
Oh, and again, another waste of time, man.
But then again, she talked me out of it. So she is being very effective in stopping me.
So it's working.
Yeah, it is working, yeah.
You know that's why we brought her in.
It's cheaper to have her on site
Honestly.
than what was going on.
Yeah, we brought her in because we said, Jesus, we need to sort this thing out. Like,
Well,
she's a financial advisor.
She's more of that, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
She is.
But in fairness, I decided, because I realised barbecues in this country are a waste of time.
Yeah, we use it once every 5 years.
Maybe once a year.
Yeah.
And it's a load of hassle because you have to buy a load of stuff that you ordinarily wouldn't even think about cooking in your normal kitchen.
Yeah, absolutely. And it smells, makes your clothes smell.
Makes
and
your
the
clothes
other
smell.
thing is, we have an alternative, which is we don't know when we're going to be barbecuing because we don't know when the weather's going to be good. So I'm going to buy this yoke that I can horse into the bin afterwards.
Yeah.
And we'll cook it on the ground. You
Yeah.
always cook it on the ground.
Oh, you're talking about the temporary one?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, the disposable yoke.
Yeah.
And you'd be out the back going, don't put it on the grass, you'll burn the fucking place down.
They're lethal, them yokes.
I know, but that's exactly why, though.
Did you hear what happened to themselves up the road?
They died.
No. No, Michael Joanne had one of them yokes.
Right.
And they put it in the wheelie bin. And it burnt a hole clear through the wheelie bin. They're deadly dangerous. That wheelie bin could have gone up in smoke.
Well, it did, like.
It did go.
But
Anyway.
no, they are lethal, those
Lethal.
yokes. But they're great for the Irish people because why would you be spending? I was at a barbecue 2 weeks ago as well, man, and there was a father there in his 50s, delighted with himself with his little tongs in his hand, and he was adamant to me. He was like, I use this all the time. And I was like, don't pander to me, bitch. I know that you were cleaning off cobwebs off of there 5 minutes ago. You know the worst thing I ever done? I hate saying this, like, because it was a different Kendy. And I was thinking about this during the week as well. Can we come back to your barbecue story in a second?
It's not very good, so please digress.
I'm about to go 50 different ways.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this during the week as well, that the least recognisable Kendy was the Kendy from 18 to 22. I don't know who that gentleman was.
Right.
Because he was off gallivanting, stealing stuff, which is where this comes from. I was in a housing estate in Limerick and it was rubbing off on me. And we came home one night from the town and robbed a barbecue out of a family house on the way back and brought it back. And then during Rag Week, we made barbecue. And that didn't mean nothing to us. It wasn't even a robbery. It was, we got a barbecue.
Wasn't
you know
a
what
good
I mean?
crack.
We didn't say it to anyone. Oh, we just robbed it. We just said, we got a barbecue for Rag Week. Like.
Yeah.
But where did you get it? Sure, it doesn't
You
matter.
stole it.
Yeah, but now, looking back, I go, what in the name of was wrong with us? I'd love to find out where it was in Ellen Park and bring a brand new barbecue back
But
to that
let's
family.
put a shout out to that housing estate. And any listeners out there, could you please ask amongst your neighbours, what year would this have been?
This would have been around 2010.
This is like Crime Watch with the criminals on the show.
It was around-
interviewing the criminal, going, and come here, when did you steal the barbecue?
Blur out me face. Blur out me face.
Yeah.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I can't recognise that gentleman that we all done that, like.
But maybe you have that tendency up inside you.
Oh, you reckon that it's about to come out, like?
Well,
like,
have you robbed anything else
if
lately?
anyone has a robbing tendency in this place, Ray, it's you. After last week's show.
Just keep tipping over that there. Yeah.
Woo! I know, but I don't know. That's the only thing I've ever done, like, bad. Listen, I was a good student, boy. I didn't get in trouble when I was a child. I won Student of the Year in 2007, man.
Did you?
All my friends laughed at me. I was good through school. I just wasn't smart, right?
Yeah.
I had never done nothing like that before.
Where
But
did it all go wrong then with the barbecue?
Well, yeah, because I was peer pressure, Raymond.
Nobody forced you.
We were all driving home full of Malibu and lime, man, from the middle of the Limerick City, man, and down to the Trinity rooms. And we said, don't we need, like, for Rag Week next week is a barbecue?
Was there a nice one?
No, it was grand. Like, it wasn't like a big full yoke because we wouldn't have been able to carry it home. Like, you know what I mean? And then we made barbecue all that week of Rag Week. And then now looking back, I'm like, I mean, am I one of the Kinahans like in Dublin or what the hell is going on here? Like, Jesus Christ.
Or did you rob it from one of the Kinahans?
I imagine.
Do you think maybe that's what started the whole argument down in Limerick?
What? No, because I'd be dead right now. Like,
No, but could you imagine? Could you imagine
here.
if that had actually what had happened?
Yeah.
That there was everything was peaceful in Limerick, and then one of the Kinahans had a barbecue.
And he went straight down to whatever the other family is. Who's one of you took the barbecue? And all of a sudden they're all over Archie.
Yeah, wouldn't that be good crack if that was? No, it wasn't.
Jeez,
good
I
crack.
hope they
Is that-
don't listen now that I'm thinking about that. Oh, fuck, man. I have to go into hiding. What do they call that thing when you...
Have you stolen anything lately?
No, I haven't. That's the only time ever I did anything
Not
like
even
that.
a traffic cone.
Nothing.
Right.
All right, we might have stolen a traffic cone maybe in college as well.
What do you think is the attraction to
Because
traffic
you
cones?
needed Christmas trees. We weren't, again, we didn't have money in college to buy the stuff that we needed to have the crack, right?
You telling me that a traffic cone was
A traffic cone was a Christmas tree, and the best thing you could ever guess was a green. Whatever house got a green traffic cone, because there is green traffic cones out there. Yeah, there is, because you'd be looking at a house, then you'd be going, "Oh my God, the boy's got a green traffic cone."
There's only two types of traffic cone in this world.
Go on.
There's a red one
Yeah.
with a little white belt on it.
Right.
It looks a small bit like Santa Claus, actually.
Well.
And then there's the yellow one, which is the now they use.
Yeah, or the parking one, or there's another one.
What's the parking one?
The yellow one with the parking sign. Or
That's the Gardaí.
Or the slippery.
That's the Gardaí's one, the yellow one with the parking sign.
Yeah, but is it?
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a slippery one, wet one as well, then with the yellow one. But there's a black one as well, Ray, for funerals. But I don't know what.
The black traffic cone.
The black traffic
There's
cone.
nothing better than it.
Oh, that's the only one that'll make anyone actually slow down.
I'd love to invest in it. How have I never thought of that? I'm stuck I always have awful difficulty parking on the street.
Yeah.
And it's funny that you should mention this.
Go on.
Because all the residents have come up with their own little ways. Some of them have the red ones. They're not with the shite.
Yeah.
If anything, to make people vexed. Right?
Right, okay.
When you come along, there's two red traffic goes up. Fucking Egypt trying to
I
hold
know.
a spot.
No, they do, yeah.
The Gardaí one's a bit better.
A little bit, but not really, though.
Because you're going, I wonder now why are the Gardaí keeping that one space for themselves.
Yeah.
You see right through it.
But the one that always stops everyone in their tracks is the black traffic horn.
Oh, I'm getting one of those. If you put a line of them up the street, no one's going to park there.
No.
Because there's a funeral coming.
Yeah, of course
No
there
one
is.
knows why. There's a funeral coming.
But the other thing is, we don't know what it was. Someone out there might tell us why there was green traffic cones, but there was green traffic cones.
I've never heard
and
or
if
seen of a
you
green
got
traffic
them
cone.
between the years of 2007 and 2012 or whatever, they were shit hot at Christmas time for students because you wouldn't buy a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
But if you could wrap tinsel and a fairy light around a green traffic cone, you had a Christmas tree, and you were happy enough. You know.
Jesus.
What we say before
where were
that.
we?
So the barbecue, right?
Oh, yeah. So the barbecue didn't happen.
The barbecue didn't happen. So this is the longest promotion we've ever done for Anderson's.
This is what they wanted from us,
Yeah,
though. They
so-
knew that we would subtly drop hints of their
So there we go.
business into the thing.
So Ray could not barbecue.
I just didn't want to.
Yeah, so we went down and we got a platter of stuff.
We ordered it
Yeah.
from Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre in Woodland for food items.
Yes,
we got
we
the
did.
mega platter,
Yeah.
and we got the selection box of burgers,
Yeah, and a tub of stuff.
and a tub of stuff to go
Yeah,
with it.
there's a
And
tub
it
of
was
stuff.
delicious.
It was unbelievable, Ray.
There was things in it I didn't even know. They were deep fried, but not knowing what was in them.
We were horsing into it all evening.
Yeah.
So fair play to them. More money in our pockets.
Yeah.
Now, let's get down to the nitty-gritty of the weekend, right? A little bit, okay?
Yeah.
So first of all, we had the crack. Fair play to Mihal.
30.
Tremendous birthday.
And it was also Louise's going away party.
It
Fair
was
play to
also
Louise.
Luigi's going away party. There was about 500 people there, wasn't there? Imagine if we got caught in a controversy and it was in the weekend there now and then.
But it was
500
very
people.
controversial, in fact, that we caused problems.
Wait a second now. Can we talk about this a little bit? So you've been living in Chapeltree for 12 years.
That's right.
Have the guards ever called your door before?
Very rarely.
Have
They
they
have.
ever?
There was one night, one gentleman was wearing very little. It was a tea towel, if I remember correctly, and he was dancing up and down the street. And the Gardaí did come down to ask, would he stop?
Oh, right, okay. So, but that was, did they call to the doer? They called the doer of the house?
They kind of came down and asked him to go back
Right,
into
okay.
the house.
So then on Friday,
Friday night, about
we said
1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning.
there's about 6 or 8 of us here having a bit
We
of
were
crack.
quietly singing Christmas carols,
Yeah. We were singing.
as anyone would do after
Were
a
we
pandemic.
singing Hark the Herald or something?
Yeah.
Hark the Herald, angels sing. Yeah. And why were we doing that? Because we missed the Christmas, lads. We didn't get to
We
celebrate.
didn't have a Christmas party.
We were trying to go through the whole year of songs because it was the first time we'd all sat down together again.
Yeah, all
so
all three of us.
we did Easter, we did Hanukkah, we did Christmas, we did
Yeah.
the whole feckin' lot.
The Gardaí came up,
Yeah, it was very warm, and because of the COVID, we were trying to leave the windows open as well.
not to let the COVID in, and
No.
to make sure it wasn't out there.
Yeah, what you forget is Ray lives about 90 yards from the
Garda
guards.
station.
Yeah, and they came down, and in fairness, they were fair sound now.
They almost seemed awkward. They were kind of like, oh, this is really awkward.
Yeah, sorry.
Would you mind closing the window?
Yeah.
It's a bit loud.
Hi guys, it's just that you're screaming on the top of your heads. You guys,
Yeah.
I know you're having a bit of crack. It's okay, but just close the window maybe and shut up if you don't.
They
mind.
actually, they reminded me of people from next door, like the people you would live beside.
Yeah, it's like they were calling for sugar.
Yeah.
A little bit like, yeah.
But they were very nice. I have to give the shout out to the Sligo Garda. They didn't come down with the shields like they did in Dublin.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, and the battens.
Because there's different levels. There's different levels to the COVID, right? We are jumping. Man, here we go again. Woo! Everyone's giving out now. The guards are battering the skulls of people in Dublin, right?
Did you find Eamon Ryan let them down a small bit?
Why?
He kind of came out and he said, that's not the way you should be policing.
Right, okay.
If I was a Gardaí, I'd feel a little bit let down by my elected official.
Well, also, if I was a young one walking in the streets of Dublin and I got my head battered in, I'd be also feeling a little bit let down by the guards.
Fair point.
No, my point is that, so here's the thing. They told us to go outside for the summer, right? And then we
you're
went
going
outside.
down a bad road here now.
And then we went outside. They said, what are you doing outside? No, but that's not the problem, though. The problem is that in cities like Dublin and Galway and all that, and they're closing places off, of course they are, because the problem there isn't even COVID. It's that when you tell everyone to go outside, you realise there's too many people in your city. That's what happened.
Did you hear about the St. Stephen's Green Bandstand?
No.
I thought that was a perfectly good example of what not to do.
What?
So there was apparently a night where there was a lot of people congregating around the bandstand in St. Stephen's Green. Very beautiful. It's about 150 years old. It's a lovely structure. And everybody was just sitting around and minding their own business, right?
Okay.
People didn't like the fact that people were in on top of the bandstand. So we're kind of going, oh, this is going to get damaged.
Okay.
So Dublin City Council put a big ring of those gates around it. You know, the big, the gates. Not gates. You know, the
A
barriers.
barricade.
The barricade. Yeah,
They barricade them out
They
of it.
barricaded people out of it.
Out of the
and they
bandstand.
advertised it. And
Yeah.
they put it up in the news media and said, we've had to do this.
Oh, you idiots.
What do you think happened?
Yeah, like, that's so stupid. Like.
Minutes later, 100 students swinging out of it.
Yeah, that is...
Intent on causing damage.
They have only themselves to blame then.
Yeah. It was like the time Michael Ruddy came into school with a padlock on his belt. That was...
What?
Yeah. It was a trend in our school when I was growing up, right? In Gortner Abbey, Jesus and Mary Secondary School in Crossmolina,
Right.
where you would be jocked.
Was it called Jesus and Mary Secondary School?
It was Jesus and Mary's, the secondary school.
Did they go there? Is that why it was...
They originally went there, yeah. And now it's run by the nuns.
I think that Joseph actually hurled for Gartner Abbey National School, but yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so there was jockeying, which I think is the American wedgie. It's where they grab a hold of your boxer and pull it up and it catches in your arse cheeks.
That's very funny now that you would call a jock a wedgie.
Well, we called it jocking.
Yeah, but jocking in our school was the opposite of a wedgie. It's where they pull the big fella out, like.
What?
Yeah, the jock. Jeez, I have an awful frog. I'm getting emotional thinking about it because I actually got jocked one time. Did I ever tell the story on this podcast before? No?
Yeah, I don't remember it.
I got tackled.
Sorry now.
I tried to defend a friend of mine and an old boy tackled me and he pulled my jocks off me. Oh, that was a wedgie he gave me.
Yeah, but what?
I got bullied so much in school I can't even keep a track on what one.
But what? You said jocking was they pulled the big fella out.
Yeah, they'd pull the jocking was to pull them down.
Okay, they pull your trousers. I just had images of school children going round, reaching into fellas' pants and pulling out, young fellas. Oh God! Anyway, jocking in our school was from the rear.
Yeah.
But there was a young man named Michael Ruddy. Big shout out, Michael, if you do listen. And he was a brave man when he started.
Right. Okay.
Brave. First year.
Yeah.
And he seen the jocking happen and he said, I know what I'm going to do.
I'll do that.
He said, I'm going to protect myself.
Oh.
And they're not going to be able to get my jocks. Because I'm going to tie my belt so tight and then I'm going to put a padlock on it.
He walked into a field of bulls wearing red. That's exactly what he done. Like.
That's it. Yeah.
So he put a padlock on his belt.
Yeah. Now, I don't think there was an ounce left of the trouser. He was walking around with just the belt at the end of the day.
Feck's sake.
Oh.
The stuff you do, but that's like you going in with the water guns as well.
Yeah, but that was the last day, so I was safe.
Oh yeah, you knew that the next day there was going to be no repercussions.
Yeah, no repercussions. There was no more. There was no next day.
What were we talking about again, Raymond? Jesus Christ, what minds you have to go down
COVID,
and off the
you were giving out about the Nardi and the.
Oh yeah,
and
what I was saying
force,
is that the cities are too overcrowded anyway. Those places.
Yeah.
In Sligo here, like if people are just tipping around, and the guards don't have to control 3,000 people within 100 yards. Of each other. So that's
you were right. You're going very windy there.
I am, because I don't have the cocktails this week, man. To
calm you down.
Yeah, this like nature's.
I'm going to say no.
Go on.
And I know I say this every now and again.
Go on.
Just once in a while.
Go on.
I don't think that the Dublin city is that sparsely for space.
Yeah.
I think people do have space.
Okay.
I think people made a choice. Let's all go to South William Street. Let's all go to Parliament Street. Mm-hmm. Let's all go to these places.
Yeah, but
because that was where the crack was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all though, like you're saying all, but it wasn't obviously all.
What?
Like you're not just going to go down any street in Dublin and go, actually, do you know what? There's no one here, so I'll stand here now from the outside time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're
but
not going to
do that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the same. Yeah, but why would you?
Because that's keeping the social distancing up.
Yeah, but that's so stupid. Like, you're not going to go, do you know what? There's no one over there near them bin bags. I might just go over there and
But that's what they're expecting.
Oh, there's no one down the dark alleyway there with 2 heroin junkies. I'm just going to go down there, like, you know what I mean? You can't.
Yeah.
No, you can't, man. Shut up. What are you on about?
Like,
because there's only
loads of places out near the M50 which are quiet. There's whole car parks out at the airport that are empty at this point because nobody's travelling.
Yeah, I got to go to this industrial park. No, but don't go there, Ray.
Go out to the Red Bull roundabout. There's loads of stuff. Red Bull roundabout.
Red Bull, Red Cow.
Red Cow.
Yeah, but like, what are you going to do? You're not going to go arse around the Red Cow roundabout, Ray, like what everyone else on South William Street, like.
But that's the point. Why would you're being irresponsible getting in the big group?
But here's the thing.
I didn't want to get into this.
That big group, though, amalgamating on South William Street or in wherever the hell they might be, like, that's what I'm saying. It's not, first of all, it's not everyone in Dublin. It was just too many that had the same idea.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's where, in a big city, you can't just tell everyone go outside and have the crack, lads. That's what you're going to do for the summer. And then be annoyed then when loads of people go outside and have the crack.
Do you think the Gardaí could maybe go with a different way of doing things?
Go on.
They could perhaps just start advertising, like, you know, did you hear the whole criminal bus thing that happened? No?
What?
Okay.
Don't tell me to put the ball in the
bus.
bus.
The last... bust.
Oh.
Like a woman's bust.
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean like a bust?
bust.
I'm fucking with you now, man. I know everything.
So the criminals, anyway, what the FBI were doing this last couple of years, where they were handing out they were selling these dodgy phones, right? Have you heard of this?
Ray, you're going straight to the top with this one.
No.
The FBI. I was on about Garda Síochána.
Yeah, no, but this I'm bringing it back.
Okay, go with
me.
me.
So the FBI were handing out these, or not handing out, they were covertly selling these dodgy phones.
Okay.
And they were telling the criminals, these yokes of the business, no one can tap into them. They're real simple. Okay. They're like the Nokias you'd get for your elderly mother. The ones with only the big buttons
yes,
and the big,
you get them in the post office.
And they do nothing but make a call or send a text.
Yes.
Those ones.
Okay.
And criminals were lapping them up thinking these are marvellous, but they were actually loaded up full of stuff, full of FBI tracking stuff.
No way.
And for years then the FBI were building up all these cases and they must have arrested about 1,000 people.
Savage.
Wasn't it a great idea?
Yeah, like, I mean, similar thing happened in our school in terms of, like, rounding everybody up like that.
What?
There was a big drug bust at our school, but we all went to Italy. We came back, half the year was gone. Anyway, don't worry about that. Go on anyway.
That sounds like a great story.
No, what happened? It's kind of bad because some of them are probably still friends of mine. And again, I
thought you were going to say some of them are still in prison.
I'm not. Again, I get so confused if I've told stories like this before. Right? We went in fifth year at school. Right? They organise every year for the fifth years to go somewhere abroad. Right?
Yeah.
Our one was Italy. We went to Venice.
I went to feckin' Sligo to a farm to look at sheep, and you go to Italy. What were you doing in Italy? Skiing, no doubt.
No, we
looking
were
at chapels.
No, yeah, we were flitting around chapels, and we were in like Verona. I held Juliet's can. That was tremendous crack. There's a big bust of Juliet, and where apparently the
That's a
balcony
different
is.
bush now than one we were speaking about earlier.
No, but I mean, you know, it's a bush. Like a bush is a bush tray. Do you know what I mean? Because it was a bush to her.
Yeah,
because it was, you know, she was.
Is that you want Juliet Romeo's missus?
Yeah, Romeo's missus,
Yeah.
right? So, and where Romeo had her, where he was stand up on the balcony saying, "Here you."
No,
see you."
Juliet was up on the balcony.
She was abroad in the balcony. That's
Yeah.
right. And you walk up the stairs onto the balcony.
What a world it would have been if Juliet was the one shouting up at Romeo.
Here, do you see you? Come down here, man. I shift ahead of you. So
anyway, you were in Italy.
feeling her cans. In Italy, we're in Venice on the gondolas and all that kind of stuff.
Lovely.
Venice is tremendous. Smell,
Venice
but
is tremendous.
yeah,
There's
tremendous
a
Venice.
tagline now they can start using.
But it smells bad now, but
Right.
it's really nice, cool and all
Oh,
that.
the
Anyway,
seagulls.
we're there enjoying all Italy. When we came back, there was about 16 students expelled from our year
What?
because there was a huge thing going on. No more than the FBI there tapping the phones, right?
Yeah, but what did they do? What did they get expelled for?
The Garda station across the road were tapping young fellas inside in the school for information.
How do you mean tapping them?
They were tapping them on the shoulder. Come here. And any drugs, though?
As in, with the tapping their phones?
No, they were tapping them on the shoulder.
Oh, they were actually...
Hello?
Nah, that's not... Oh, crack.
That's what happened.
Right.
Tapped them on the shoulder. How are you going? Come here. Any drugs in the school? A couple of fellas said, yeah, there is drugs in the school.
Right. I give in, boys.
Couple of months of amalgamating between the school and the guards, and we came back and half the year was gone.
Was there a film about that? Something 22 or 21 Jump Street?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Was that set in Castlereagh?
That was actually based. That's exactly the story, though. That's exactly the story.
Was there two 30-year-old farmers from Offaly, Gardaí, that were sent into Castlereagh school, and when everybody was gone to Italy then?
Big feckin' bellies in under. Well, any drugs, lads, or what's the story? No, just repeat and leave it, sir. 12 times.
Can you just picture like a 40-year-old Garda? Just picture it.
You know,
right?
I know.
And then put him in, what did he call the Castlereagh Community College or whatever you call
Castlereagh
it?
Community School.
Yeah. Put him in there.
Yeah.
Sitting in the classroom.
Yeah. Yeah, no, just do the leave cert to get did she wife 5 times, I think, or something like that. But that's what happened, though, Ray.
Jesus.
That's actually what happened. Anyway, that was the Castlereagh's FBI story.
Right, well, the FBI, anyway, sent out all these gammy phones.
Right.
Right, and all the criminals fell for it, hook, line, and sinker.
Right.
And they arrested about 1,000 of them then.
Okay.
Yeah, and what I'm saying...
Oh, yeah, I was going to try to think back in my head. Wait, no, what were we fucking talking about?
What I'm saying is I wonder would the cops, rather than standing there with the batons and the shields, which doesn't look good for anybody, send out some, WhatsApps. Cheers, big party happening down Marley Park. Right? Do you know, if you could get some covert young ones to kind of go, or influencers go just down in Marley Park having serious crack, unbelievable party.
Yeah, Roz Purcell's down there, so sue me.
You could put in an old DJ in the woods or something and get a little clip of that and let it circulate in the WhatsApps.
Yeah.
And then everybody will disperse going to all these phantom parties.
Oh, I was going to say there's a huge hole in your story there, because why would you want everyone to go to these things?
Oh, I want to scatter them so there's no COVID happening on
All right,
South
okay,
Clinton
so
Street.
we need to get about 20 of the most influential influencers. Hi guys, we need all of them to go. Hi guys,
work with the Gardaí.
Yeah, I'm in the alleyway down by whatever, and then and work with the Gardaí.
I'm out at Liffey Valley. It's really banging here in the car park, and then you get scattered and getting on the bus and going out to Liffey Valley, and then be very disappointed. That'll learn them then for.
I'm often annoyed at how much of a good idea that is.
I didn't mean it to
because I've heard so many different ways that people have been trying to get influencers involved in the COVID thing. How about we just give the influencers all the money and tell them to tell all their followers not to go outside? But that's the best one.
Yeah.
Actually use them for what they are.
Yeah. What's it
influencers.
Called? Running. It's called running something.
Running amok.
No. Running interference.
Running an interference.
Yeah.
Now, in Sligo, let's say Sligo goes crazy. Are Kendy and Raybo at the level where the guards ring us and say, lads,
can you
get
coax them out of the Garvo car park?
Can you get your 13 followers to go somewhere?
No.
Other, we're not that
No, you'd have
popular.
to pick someone in Sligo that could do that.
What would we do? Or who?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my head's going 90.
Who would be the person that could pull maybe 100 people out of the Garvo? Sean O'Reilly.
Sean, there's way too many young ones that could listen.
Did you hear we're decommissioning his room?
What?
We're decommissioning Sean O'Reilly's room.
Let's be careful here now for a second.
Oh no, we have to be awful careful. There's 3 bedrooms in our house. One of them is Sean O'Reilly's.
There's actually currently one of those fumigation circus tents around just Sean's room.
No. It's an archaeological dig. They're in there looking for bones.
He's going to kill us.
No, we won't say that.
Yeah, you are decommissioning though.
We're going to put a little plaque on the wall or a little bench or something where people can come and sit and think. He's only moving into the next room, but he's flat out painting, which is why I'm so vexed today.
Painting, thank God we brought that, because I know he's going to get annoyed at us, man.
No, I didn't say nothing about it. Just said we decommissioned his room.
Yeah, that's right.
And we have to do some sort of a seance to try and move the juju out of that room into the new room.
Oh, don't say stuff like juju.
Just
and stuff.
so it's good and happy for him, and he's going to enjoy it.
Okay. So he's moving from the little rooming. Anyway, because little Luigi has moved out and moved on to broader horizons.
Yeah, he's tricked the shite out of me.
Horizont Zur Weitern. That's broadening your horizons out Deutsche, Ray.
Right.
I know all the languages.
Have you heard of a Dutch hoe, by the way?
Have I had a Dutch hoe?
No, have you heard of a Dutch hoe?
Go on.
It's a funny shaped shovel. I had never heard of one until this evening.
Dig away, Ray.
Anyway, so he's moving into a new room.
Okay.
And he's decided to interior decorate it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But
Jarmuth Bannon.
He's putting a fountain in the middle.
No, it's not. It's a fucking courtyard. He's putting a courtyard in the middle of his room. That's fair, good, man.
He has kind of conned me. He kind of says, I'm going doing a big job in the room. Mm-hmm. We need to get the house looking fresher.
Yes.
I found myself today painting the hall, right? And sanding skirting boards in the landing. And he was very focused. So he's flat out in his room, his new room, doing it up looking lovely and fancy.
So he said, Ray, me and you need to get this thing in order here. Yeah. And he said, I'll do my room and you do the rest of the house.
Essentially, that's the... he didn't say it like that, but that's what it actually,
That's what his eyes said.
Oh, I was so vexed. I was there today with my roller and my paint, and I fucking hate it.
See my reaction when you were on about painting the whole... I immediately was like, oh, for the love. I can't think of anything worse than having to redo a whole fucking thing. What colour is she? A magnolia?
Oh, we went brilliant white.
Oh, brilliant white.
Shout out to the people in Dulux.
Ye fucking jumped a gun there, Ray. This whole country has been painted in magnolia since I don't know when.
True,
and you're going with the brilliant white, not even an egg white or nothing.
It's funny, we actually sat there this evening having a cup of tea after I did all the work outside and he did all the work in his room.
Yeah.
And he said to me, imagine our mothers did all this and raised a family at the same time. And it's true.
I thought you were going to say, we were looking up the wall going, geez, that's brilliant. That brilliant fight now.
I didn't get
That's
that
how you're
joke.
supposed to react to it. Anyway, your mothers would have done it because certainly my father didn't do it. So
do you remember Geraldine? Do you have memories of Geraldine painting the shite out of things?
But sure, hang on a second now. I painted half of Mam's house last year, right?
Lately, but I mean back when you were growing up.
No, but wait. I painted half the house last year.
Right.
And she finished it off. The woman's in her 60s. And she finished that. She painted the walls. She painted the cap. She painted everything, man. She was up on ladders, the whole fucking lot. But she would have been painting. But like painting while also giving out all the time.
I'm after realising something.
Oh.
My mother's retired now.
Yeah.
Right? She has 40 years of painting experience under her belt.
Why don't you get her down?
And she's talking about, no, but that's a good idea.
Get her down. Get her a van. Carmel's painting fashions, right?
But why? She's been saying I must do something now that I'm retired and feels bored.
No.
She should be painting
Let's
houses.
buy her a Berlingo, right? A wee ladder on top of it. Carmel's painting fashions, right? And she'll tip around.
Yeah.
She'll have it done in no time, Ray. We'll get her little dungaroos
But
and everything.
Do you know the money that people make painting?
Ray.
It's massive money.
It's about £800 a room.
And I know what the trick to it is. You buy a really wide roller.
Yeah, and get it all done in one sweep.
And one sweep. And don't skimp on the paint because the buck is paying for it.
What's that wall right there, Ray?
It's 2 rollers.
It's about an 8 by... maybe about an 8 by 8.
Yeah.
I'd get an 8 by 8 roller. One roll down, boom. £800 a room, man. That's what it is.
Yeah. What is it? Carmel's painting
Carmel's painting fashions.
Very nice.
And we'll get her a little Berlingo around an 06.
Does it have to be a Berlingo?
What? No, because she's only starting out, Ray. We're not going to get her like a caddy, Ray. Little Berlingo, we owe 6 Berlingo, man. She picked one up for about £800, man. Some farmer probably had it for only up and down to the fucking site.
Right.
And we'll get her sorted out, man. We put a wee ladder on the top of it, and on the side we'll put Carmel's painting fashions. Now, Carmel, did we sort out your little post-retirement job? What were we talking about before that, Ray?
I think...
I'm about to lose the road to myself. You're painting the house. You're vexed. It is what it is. Now, come here. Before we go any further as well, because you asked me last week, did I do a journal? And then, so this week I've been like journaling. So,
did you?
will I just wallop one out for the crack and just see?
It, yeah.
They could be shite, Ray, because I haven't even looked at them since. So
I'm glad to see it. It's your phone in your pocket. And
I have
you're
a wee
not just happy
journaling.
to see me.
No, I have a wee journaling app on my York.
Yeah,
right?
go for it.
And that's where I go for it. So let's try and pick one and have a little bit of
Would
crack
you say
with
it's a journaling app?
Yeah.
Is that just not just somewhere you can just type things?
Yeah, but it's pink.
Okay. Fair enough.
I don't really know what else you mean.
Yeah,
Like,
no, that's fine.
it's pink though. Okay.
What's this week's one about?
Let's see. Let's go through this one is called. Let's try this. It's called accepting yourself.
Oh, how to do in your case?
Oh, that cut deep, Raymond. Jesus, you cut me deep. You know the theme of this already, so you do.
Go on.
Okay, here we go. Accepting yourself. I took the polo shirt into a pair of slacks yesterday and immediately called myself the fat shite. Please, Ray. Ray, please.
Can you read that line again?
Yeah, but just please, no sniggering.
I know, but just read it again because I don't think I got it fully.
It's called accepting yourself. First line is, I took the polo shirt into a pair of slacks yesterday and immediately called myself the fat shite.
Right.
I could see a little belly popping out and I thought to myself, I now look like this. But when? When did this happen? In my head, this isn't like a gradual decline. Yesterday I was fit, running around the field scoring 1-6 from play. Now that's a metaphorical 1-6 from play. In truth, I actually wasn't capable of scoring anything
No,
like
because
that.
you played in goals.
But what?
That's all you ever did. You played in goals.
No, they put the fat lad in goal, Ray. It wasn't like that back then.
You were back.
I was catching kickouts.
No,
how every time, Ray, I try and bring a journal out here. Ray, I was catching.
Only memory, I've never seen you play Gaelic. You've only ever played soccer on me, and I know you about 8 or 9 years.
Ray, I was catching kickouts, lovey. How many times more times I'd say it? I would catch some kickouts, boy. Well able. Right? Fine. Puck out, kick off both feet.
Fine.
Everything, man.
Don't be trying to tap into the two Johnnies listenership here now.
Fished off both hands. The point is, one day I was able-bodied and the next day I wasn't. I used to be well able to run around the place and up and down the stairs and turn quick, and now my range of motions consists of grunts and growls and a whole list of complaints. I have developed a number of, let's say, excuses that I subconsciously have used throughout my decline. Careful now, that's me bad knee.
Right.
But what happened to that knee? I've never actually injured it, man.
Right, okay.
My knee just decided one day, I'm going to be a bad knee from now on, and I'm going to annoy the head of this lad here. Not really hurt him, but just annoy the head of him. So why? Why don't I move good no more? Why do I look disgusted at myself when I'm in a polo? I'll tell you why. It doesn't feckin' matter, that's why. It's called accepting yourself, Raymond.
Oh, okay.
Let ye not be looking at yourselves complaining and promising to better yourself. Don't do it.
Controversial.
A load of wallop. Age is a bastard waiting every day to be a bastard.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be so hard on yourselves. Let Kendy be Kendy and let the people be the people.
Right.
Now, controversial you said there at the end, because I said just let it go.
Yeah.
Now, I made a decision a couple of years ago that I didn't realise I was living out right now. I used to say it to Nicola and all my friends when I was young, laughing away, stealing cones in Limerick. When I get older, I'm going to give up and I'm going to get fat and drink pints at a bar. Mm-hmm. Now, I didn't realise how intensely I was taking that training.
But do you not think
because
of the
look
health
at me
risks?
Huh?
Do you not think of the health risks?
Yeah, but it is what it is. Like, do you really want to live until you're 120?
But you're not going to. You're really going to get to 60.
All people smell. Yeah, but that's okay, though.
No, it's not. not? What's Nicola going to do? Well, she's probably going to have a grand time for the last 20, 30 years.
She'll be delighted, Ray. She'll be absolutely delighted. What I'm saying is, if there comes you're kind of even jumping the gun. I'll think about death when I'm fucking 50 or 60. And then I go, geez, I might be dying here. Did I take this too bad? Maybe I did. But right now,
I can't wait to play this back to you.
I have my Nicola.
Yeah.
I can't wait to play this back to you.
Yeah.
I have
Kendy
my
age
Nicola.
60.
I have my Nicola, right? And I have my life sorted out. I'm about to get married. Young ones are not looking at Kendy anymore. And I've noticed that in the last couple of years, right? Kendy used to swing Big Mickey, and I've said this before, right? There would have been a time where young ones might have looked at Kendy. That's gone now. So I might as well not fight that anymore and just go with the flow.
Nicola still has to look at you.
Huh?
Nicola still has to look at you.
I didn't think of that, actually.
Yeah. You know.
How did I never think of that she has to look at me?
She has to look at, like, you got the fine young one back when you were 14, right? She's, despite everyone's wonderment, still with you, and you're letting yourself go, and she has to look at you.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Yeah, you need to be nice. You need to be cute for Nicola.
So, that's a really good point.
Yeah.
I am a selfish, ignorant. Because you do have to look well for your partner, don't you?
You do. That's what I'm saying. You can't be just selfish.
You can't just fall downhill.
No, in fairness, if you were single, you could tear away to what you want.
Oh, you're completely gone the opposite of me.
You mentioned another thing as well. You're getting married in October.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aren't you going to be a big fat shite on the altar?
No, because I know, that hurts now, Ray. That would stung now.
Do you know, like,
because you saying I'm huge now, I'm just saying I'm getting to a stage.
I don't want to see 3 or 4 different alterations in your EJ suit.
No, but what?
EJ will be flat out. That man might go bankrupt. No thread left in the place.
We have no material left, lads. No, but what I'm saying is also...
Let's try and use the tie to cover that.
Wait. Put 2 waistcoats on him. No, hang on a second. Hang on, I'm losing the run of myself here now. What I'm saying is, I'm not really bad now. Be honest, Ray. Please be honest with me.
No, but the
looking at Kendy.
No, you look dapper.
No, but I don't look. I'm not going over the hill now. Genuine.
No.
Like, this is a normal way to look. But I don't want to get like this. You know, I don't want people to feel bad who are that way. Genuinely, that's what that was about. Don't be so hard on yourself. That's the idea. I'm saying, let it be what it is. People are probably still going to like you.
But you seem to have a target. I agree with what you're saying. Accept yourself. That's really good, healthy stuff. But your turn around, accept yourself. And if yourself is fat and drinking pints at the bar, that's a target. You're going a direction.
I'm taking the Justin Bieber song, go completely different with it.
What's the Justin Bieber song?
Because if you like the way you love yourself, then maybe you should go and gain 12 stone.
Yeah.
No, but you're right, actually.
So
you actually have to hit me hard there now again,
sorry,
honestly. I'm saying accept yourself and be what you are, but also don't, like...
Yeah.
I'm going for a different target than most people are going to. But I've said this about lockdown as well. All of my friends got fit as fiddles, right? I mean, WhatsApp groups where they're saying, I just did 26k today, lads, no bother at all. And I'm going, yeah, I did about 26 chicken nuggets today, lads. You know what I mean?
I got fit as a fiddle.
Yeah.
And I'm after losing it all again.
No, you've been gaining it all again. But you actually haven't, though. Even though I said that there.
No, thank you.
No,
you're so cute.
No, you actually did.
No, I'll tell you why. Because when I go home to Mayo, right, which I can now.
Fed out of us.
Right? No. I walk in the door. What do you think's the first thing the father says to me?
That's what has you the way you are.
You want to stay away from all that alcohol and all them chips and everything. You put the weight on again there now and you look shite.
I thought I was going with the opposite though. Would Carmel feed you out of it?
Oh, Carmel is a feeder.
So I'm usually like, I wouldn't go home to Castlerea a lot, right? And I should a lot more or whatever. But it's always like, oh, I have to go back, I have to do this thing. But when I get back, I would stay for 3 or 4 days because the owl one would feed me out of it. Yeah. I'd finish a dinner, right?
There'd be another one waiting.
And I'd be watching Claire play Wexford in the hurling or something, like, and I'd be sitting down looking over me belly, and she'd say, do you want a wee drop of tart? And I'd say, Ma'am, I do.
Do you like a drop of tart?
Oh, Ray, I do, though.
Can we talk about tart now and its close relative tea?
Now we're getting right down into it. Come on now.
I did something earlier that you didn't enjoy.
Oh! I'm so glad you brought this up. I'm being nice to you this whole time. I've been nice to you this whole time. I can't believe it. I'm so glad you brought this up. Ray was making tea before we started here, right?
Yeah.
I'm actually getting emotional even thinking about this now. I'm fucking really hard bad now. Ray was making tea, right? Yeah. He put in the tea bag.
Yeah.
Did whatever he had to do. Put in the milk. Yeah. And then I said, oh, Ray, I take sugar in mine, right?
Yes.
And he picked up the wet spoon and put it into the sugar. Ray, I was sick to my stomach.
Why?
Because I didn't know you were that kind of fella, man. All
What do
these
you mean
years.
that? Who is that kind of fella?
You can't put a wet spoon into the sugar.
Why not?
Because the sugar soaks it up then and all the sugar sticks to the thing, the sugar bowl.
Oh.
And it sticks to the thing.
Is that
and
why
everything.
I have lumps in my sugar bowl?
Yes! That's exactly why
That
you have
sounds
lumps.
like a question you'd ask your doctor.
What seems to be
That
the
brings
problem?
me on to my doctor. Lovely segue. Lovely segue.
I don't know what it is, doctor, but it just lumps in me sugar bowl around the back. Go
I
on in.
had a nightmare last night. Very
Right.
frightening nightmare.
Okay.
I have no sleep talking for you this week, by the way.
Okay, well, nightmares is just as good. Like, okay, go on.
Yeah, so the nightmare was I'd killed someone.
Oh.
No, wait, that's not how it started. No, it wasn't that. I actually hadn't killed anybody. No, someone had died and I was at the funeral. Young person had died.
You didn't kill...
I didn't kill
Are
anyone.
you sure now?
No, I'm
'Cause
sure.
you backtrack big there now.
I know I did, yeah. But someone had died and I was at the funeral very sad.
Okay.
And then someone else died and I was at the funeral still very sad.
Okay.
But I turned around and there was Dr. Joe Gilvari. Right?
Right.
You'll know him from a previous episode. If anything's wrong with you, go to Portugal.
Dr.
That'll
Joe.
fix it.
Yeah.
Dr. Joe.
Dr. Joe will fix this.
Dr. Joe will fix it that way. But anyway,
Dr. Joe's medicine fashions.
he was at the funeral
Okay.
of this young person that had died.
I mean, he didn't do a great job now, I'll tell you.
No, he couldn't save them.
No, he shouldn't have been at the funeral.
But he came over to me and said, I know what you've done.
Oh.
I said, what do you mean what have I done? He
I
said,
know what you did last Tuesday.
Yeah, you killed the individual.
Oh. So that's where it was coming. You did kill someone.
So apparently he thought he was under the impression I had killed the person, right? Right?
He must have done the post-mortem.
And do you want to know what I woke up with?
Huh.
I woke up in an awful sweat,
Right.
wondering, oh my God, is what's going to happen with me and Dr. Joe's relationship now? Like, are we going to lose the healthy, jovial banter of, patient and doctor?
I know exactly what's going to happen, Ray. Next time he's doing your prostate, it won't just be one finger, man.
Right.
He'll be going, I'll tell you what, he'd be driving her home, like, you know what I mean?
An odd nightmare.
He'd be
I don't have
scoring
them very
1-6 from
often.
play himself.
Will you stop with the two Johnnies isms?
What?
That's a totally a two Johnny-ism.
You think the two Johnnies have ever said 1-6 from play?
Oh, totally.
I haven't a clue what you're talking about. Let's move on anyway, Ray. Let's move on because we need to start wrapping this shite thing up.
Can I look at my notes?
You better look at your bits, Ray. This is what happens every week. You better look at your bits.
I did that one. Oh, I have a question for you.
Go on.
I do like to rob stuff off other radio stations.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you got a birthday present and it included a card with a number of scratch cards in the card, and say, for example, you won 10,000 euros on one of the scratch cards, and I had given you that card, how much would you give to me?
No. Not a cent.
What?
Why would I? You bought it for me for my birthday.
I did, yeah, but you're now 10,000 euro Richards. Richards?
Yeah, but you're not like you didn't buy me a present. Then you did the lotto yourself, like hoping that you'd get something out of it.
No, I didn't. Oh, I see where you're coming from.
Like if I won 10,000 euro, I might buy you a tea, maybe. Put the fucking spoon not into the sugar. But why would I give you money out of what you gave me to win?
But
what if it was a couple of million?
Yeah. Still nothing.
I wonder what I'd buy with my couple of million. That's
Right. Okay.
Keep going, Ray.
Okay. I have an audio piece.
What?
I have an audio piece
Let me turn on my yoke.
too. And also, I was at the zoo with herself on Sunday. It
Well,
Was Sunday or
orangutans,
Monday?
monkeys.
was Sunday. Yeah, we went Sunday.
Did you see monkeys?
The zoo, it only just opened up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Where were the animals in the meantime?
Oh, they were all there having a tremendous time.
They were living in apartments
Yeah.
like before. We're back to work tomorrow, lads. Oh, Jesus. The monkeys just... I fucking can't.
What, and
I might stay on the pup. Do you know what? It's probably worth more.
I wonder, do they have to fill out the old COVID checklist? Do you know?
They might have had to.
Yeah.
Did you see monkeys?
Yes. See monkeys.
Freaks me out. We've said it on this podcast
They
before.
were having sex.
Yeah, they're two like people. They
were
bang like
having
people.
sex.
They eat like
They were
people. They shout like people.
They were sitting around. They were chatting. And next thing they were riding.
Yeah, I know. That, but in the mad.
It's a freedom that we could only dream about.
Well, some people do it, Ray. But anyway, monkeys freak me out. That's all I was going to say. Go on anyway.
Do you know what saved the zoo at the minute?
Go
The
on.
zoo is essentially ticking over on one thing. One species of animal.
Yes.
Ducks.
The best animal of all.
It would seem the ducks are what's holding the zoo together.
Yeah.
We wandered round, right? And we seen lions fecking bored out of their tree.
Or bored in a tree.
But we seen ducks flat out having crack.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
I'm actually realising it's a shite story.
No. Let me save it, right? So here's a good one that I heard on Facebook about ducks, right?
Right.
Have you ever thought about this? There's ducks in ponds in parks.
Yes.
What if they're actually free and you can just take one of them home.
That was actually happening, and there was a whole pile of animal welfare crowds coming out saying that people were taking ducks home and giving them to people as presents, especially little ducklings. And it was quite bad because they were being brought into the welfare places, and I wouldn't recommend it.
All right, okay. Sure, look, that was episode 117.
Hold on now, me audio piece.
Oh, your audio piece before we go.
Yeah.
Go on, sorry, hit
Yeah.
me, Ray, with
Right,
your audio
okay,
piece.
now.
Raymond has an audio piece, ladies and
I have
gentlemen.
an audio piece.
Jeez, you fair took it down with the duck thing, man. Animal welfare. I was only on about the little ducky legs,
Yeah,
man.
well, they're holding they were the best thing about the zoo.
Were
There was
they?
ducklings left, right, and centre. The cutest little things.
I know, they're gorgeous.
You'd be walking past grey wolves and big fancy orangutans
Yeah.
and seals and great.
A simple duck.
A simple little duck with 47 little ducklings.
Oh, a
And
simple...
them all following them around and chirping and
gorgeous.
squeaking.
It's Go on, anyway, show me your audio piece,
Right,
Raymond.
it's coming. This audio piece is very simple. I'm going to play you a clip and I want you to tell me what you hear in the chant. All right?
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to play a little bit of it there now. All right.
What is embarrassing?
Is that what you hear?
Yeah.
That's it.
It is what is embarrassing. What?
All right, I'm going to now. Here are the ones that you will hear, right? You're going to hear Bart Simpson bouncing. You're going to hear rotating pirate ship. You're going to hear that isn't my receipt.
No, let me... what? How are you going to hear that isn't my receipt?
All right, okay, here we go.
That isn't my receipt.
There's more. I'll give you a few more.
What?
That is embarrassing is actually one. Then there's also lactates in pharmacy. I'm chasing Martian.
What is this?
I'm chasing Martian.
I'm chasing Martian.
Yeah.
Oh my
Baptism piracy.
God. Baptism Martian. That's brilliant, Ray.
And it's also probably annoyed the feck out of everybody listening.
But sure, that's all the kind of content we always come up with, Ray, annoying stuff.
Yeah. Have
So
you anything
fair play
else
to
now?
us. No, I'd say that might be just about it, Raymond.
Is there anything else we haven't talked about?
Sure, who knows? We can save it for next week.
You hate this bit when I do it.
No, I don't always hate it. I just think it's shite. That's all. This is what usually happens. Ray goes, no, I'm going to scour my phone for a load of more stuff to throw it at the end.
Yeah.
But it is. I think that is embarrassing, but it's a tremendous way of ending a program, Raymond.
Thank you.
Come here. Fair play to the Blind Tiger and Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre.
Yeah.
Fair play to everyone who signed up on Patreon watching video.
You have to mention something about them.
Oh, go on.
Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre are back doing tremendous events.
Yes, they are.
And they have an outdoor smoking sitting area.
Yeah, so you can smoke and sit.
You can smoke,
and drink,
sit, and not get
eat,
COVID.
And fight, and do it, fight. Whoa, whoa. Buys, everything, man.
Yeah.
It's all happening out there, man.
Yeah.
It looks unbelievable. They could have live music on Sunday where we don't know yet. They could do, though. There could be a fine gentleman heading down there playing tunes.
I'd like if they had.
Yes.
Because it is guidelines after all.
Yes, it is only guidelines, which we said last week and the week before. So there might be some live music in there. Listen, that is the place to be right now. Honest to God, right? Mm-hmm. You want to see the job they've done, go and check out their Instagram and their Facebook for Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre.
Or the little five-a-side pitch outside the Blind Tiger.
There's a little five-a-side pitch outside the Blind Tiger,
You
lads.
can sit there too.
Get a wee ball, play some futsal, right?
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
That is how they live around this place. Thanks very much to them. Thanks to everyone again watching on Patreon. Fair play to you all. Oh! Ray, fair play to me.
And fair play to me.
Good luck.
Good luck. The Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Bar and Grill and the Blind Tiger Bar.